Tonight's Inside the Kitchen takes us to Elk Rapids, where at Cellar 152 Wine and Gourmet Market, you can sip, savor, shop, and sail with people who are truly dedicated to their community.
I love to cook, and I want to put that in my food. I want to put passion in my food. I want to show people that I took the time to really create something that I believed in. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in it.
If you couldn't tell, Chef Jordan Hubbard loves what he does. He's never far from the kitchen here at Cellar 152. The only problem, it's not technically a restaurant.
Not a restaurant, you know, first and foremost wine shop, gourmet market. But the concept being where we are with the park and the way Elk Rapids is kind of set up, where there's, there's a beach within a couple hundred feet of pretty much anywhere you are. The idea is kind of a grab and go.
General Manager Eric Ray lines the shelves with eye-catching, hard-to-find foods, drinks, and other curiosities, but says the wine is priority number one.
Wine is where my heart is. I mean, this is hand-selected. I mean, we have some of the bigger names, but we also try and go and find stuff that nobody else has.
Less than a year after its opening, the concept won Cellar 152 Business of the Year in Elk Rapids. And restaurant or no restaurant, inside this kitchen, you'll find some pretty dynamite food.
You get bread pudding, you use stale bread to make something sweet, almost like a breakfast sort. Now, what we did is we turned that into something kind of unique, making it a savory plate.
Caramelized onions meld together with garlic and a mix of herbs and spices.
So we're just kind of lightly toasting that garlic. We're gonna add the kale. The kale's gonna break down so fast. It's already developing a little bit of color, and it's already starting to change completely.
They mix in the bread and stuff it all into our prosciutto cups, then straight from the oven to your plate.
If your goal was savory, you got it, man. The prosciutto just crisps up so nicely.
Another one for your bucket list, the Cuban tart. Like many of the recipes here, it began as an experiment.
You just smelt it, you had the aroma, and you're like, this has to be good. They call it a tart. It's not sweet. By any means, it's not sweet.
This very non-traditional take on the Latin American classic includes spicy McClure's pickles from the Motor City, Gouda, and house-smoked Cuban pork.
We take about a 3/4 scoop, just plop it right in the middle, just like that. So now we just take this, do some quick folds around. It's a lot easier than it looks. Pull up the edge, pull them in.
Sprinkled with Parmesan, served with sriracha aioli.
So as you can see, we took Eric's advice. We're spending some nice quality time at the marina with our food. Speaking of quality, you can see just the amount of time they put into this tart. Look at the pork. It's perfect. What Cellar 152 is really selling is Elk Rapids. It's a great place to come, and while you're here, might as well stop into Cellar 152 for a great bite to eat. That's it for us this time. We're going to dig in. Catch you next time on Inside the Kitchen. I'm Charlie Tinker. Cellar 152 is on River Street in Elk Rapids. To learn more about this Inside the Kitchen spot and others, just log on to the features section of 9and10news.com.